Hi, Aries. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus. Cross watchers, you're always welcome in any reading. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guides what you don't see coming in, what is going on around you that we're not expecting, anything that is happening in your energy that spirit wants you to know. So welcome, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Let's call in our spirit guides. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need us to hear today? What is it that you want us to know? What is this loving energy around us that could be coming towards us? I am listening for you now. I have clarity. Love can be complicated, seeking clarity in your relationship, maybe some answers, something about answers, or I have been waiting for somebody to say something. It could be, I just need to know where I stand. It could be as simple as that. I have baggage. Emotional baggage can weigh down a relationship. So unpack it. You know, what is somebody holding on to? Is their baggage hurting us or interfering in our connection to move forward? People carry a lot of wounds and they take them into the next relationship. And sometimes it's enough to say, you know what, you got to work on yourself sometimes. So is there some answers that I'm seeking connected to somebody's past? I have secrets. Something is hidden from you. Someone isn't being truthful. So spirit, what are they holding back? What is the... Well, we're going to find out. What is the secret? What are they? Are they holding back their feelings? Are they holding back their old wounds so that you don't understand where their feelings are coming from? I have boundaries. Love may challenge your boundaries, protect them. So take a look at your boundaries in this connection. And bottom of the deck, I have together. Finds joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. Now that feels like I can't make you any promises energy, but it doesn't mean that they aren't sincere. Okay, just because somebody's saying, sometimes people say that because they don't know what they want yet. They're not ready to decide, but they do enjoy being with you. We do like to be together, and you know, they have a tendency to say things like, I can't make you any promises. And sometimes it's sincere and they're saying it for the right reasons. Other times they're saying it so that they have a back door. I didn't make you any promises. I told you I didn't know what I wanted, you know, so, but for now, I'm going to say, I do enjoy being with you. I want to know about the secret, spirit. I need an answer to that secret. Let's see what our cards say. What is going on? What is the secret? I have a magician. I have an emperor. I have a 3 of Wands. And I have a 9 of Pentacles. There is a part of me that this person is holding back. Like it's, what do you want for your future? And they say, I don't know yet. And there's a part of you, like you're trying to read this person's mind. You're trying to understand them on a deeper level. So they probably are, you're probably struggling with, I wish I was closer. I wish they were more honest with their feelings. I wish that they didn't put up a wall at times. Okay. So there's a little bit of a mystery happening here. There's a little bit of a what's underneath. I want to get to the next level and what's underneath. I feel like that's what's going on. Maybe we're just not there yet. I'm just asking spirit, are we ever going to be there? Or is this person, you know, struggling with their feelings? I do feel like we have some security coming in. So we are working towards the security. I have a Lover's card. Okay. So that feels like one of us is feeling like it's a deeper connection. I feel like the other person's trying to wrap their head around it. You know, what is a soulmate? What does a soul contract feel like? What does falling in love feel like? Is this true love? Isn't this true love? You know, maybe they have been through something with that baggage where they thought they were in love before and kind of look what happened. So they question it now. Like, I've been here before, but it didn't last forever. We told each other that we were going to be together forever, and it didn't last. So there's almost this feeling of, I don't know if it's bitterness, or I don't trust my own feelings anymore. I'm afraid to say something and then it doesn't happen. I have no control over the future, so I don't want to talk about the future, things like that. Spirit, please share with me. King of Swords. Yeah, they're trying to keep their control. They're trying to control their feelings for some reason. I have an Ace of Pentacles. They could be concerned that somebody's a gold digger or taking advantage of me, or you only want me for my money. That happens if there's some wealth around this person. A little bit of open my eyes, but they're trying to control for some reason. Trying to hold back. I'm going to say maybe hold back their feelings. They're trying to understand their feelings. I guess they want to make sure that your intentions are true. They've worked hard. There is a sense of I've worked hard for what I own or I have. I have a 10 of Swords and I have a 6 of Wands. I think that the star is outshining everything else. I feel like at the end of the day, the star wins. Even pushing through these feelings, we definitely are coming into this connection. We each have our own wounds. We each have our own baggage. Somebody has been hurt, whether they were taken to the cleaners with a divorce or they're bitter about their ex for some reason. There's a sense of, I have to guard myself. I have to protect myself. And I think financially more than anything. I feel like they're trying to believe in love again. And if anybody can break them from the, I'm not out to hurt you, it's you. So they really do want this, you know, deep down inside, they want this. Maybe it's their ego that is holding them back, that they want to know that they're independent and they're not responsible for anybody else, or whoever they're with doesn't want them, like I said, for only one thing. So in this case, they feel like somebody wants them for their money. And, you know, in other cases, other readings, it's like somebody wants me for sex, you know, but that's not what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like this person has probably been taken advantage in the past. And, now I want to make sure that it's real. I want to make sure that you're different. You're not the same. Bottom of the deck, I have a Tower and I have a Page of Wands. It's like, I've already gone through this. I've already been in love with somebody and it blew up in my face. So they're definitely carrying that. They're definitely having a hard time with that. So maybe they're not ready for a relationship. You know, that's something that you can ask them. You know, if you're not ready for a relationship, then you're not ready. But I shouldn't have to, you know, jump through hoops to prove to you that I'm not that person. So they've got to be much more open to that you're a totally different human being with a totally different energy. And, you're not out to, you know, take anything from them. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us? I have a Libra energy, Justice. I'm going to say that they had a hard time with a divorce or a marriage. They were taken to the cleaners, and they really struggle with that still. They probably mention their ex. They probably feel like they were treated unfairly. It was one-sided. I mean, for those of you who have gone through divorces, you know that divorces are equal. There's a 50-50 half the time, but there's always that one side that thinks they got screwed. So if they have that kind of energy, they're not going to be somebody who wants to settle down anytime soon. As far as commitment, doesn't mean they don't care about you, doesn't mean that they're not going to be good to you, doesn't mean wouldn't be a great partner, but they're going to have to get over that kind of bitterness to ever, commit again. I have a beautiful Virgo energy, the fall. Okay. Princess of Earth. So an Earth energy, possibly a Taurus, a Virgo, Capricorn energy. So I've got this beautiful feeling of grounded. I want to be more grounded. I want to feel more secure with you. I feel like I want to know what you're thinking. Spirit, what is this person thinking? What is this person? Where's this person headed? An earth sign. Okay, so I do feel like they're trying to settle down a little bit with this Capricorn energy. I'm working towards trying to be more at peace, maybe with my past, or I'm trying to work through some of that baggage issues. Maybe I'm just trying to get through some of the old bitterness or the regret that maybe I carry with me, or even anger. I have twin flames, 1111. We're mirroring each other. So that's interesting. We both could have hurts. We both could have wounds. We both could have had a bad past relationship that we both have to work on. But we could be mirroring each other in some sense. Like, I don't want you to want me for only one thing either. I want you to want me because of me. So we both could be going through something like that. I have the element of air. So an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, communicating, mentally active, likely it's developing. That it feels like I want to move forward. I'm just being realistic is how it came into me. It was like, I just want to talk about, like what's really going on. I don't want to sugarcoat it, I guess I want to say. So if anything, maybe this person's at least being brutally honest in the sense that I've been through the ringer and back, and that's why I'm hesitant. That's why I'm not going to jump into anything too soon. And you could feel the same way, but I do want to spend time with you. I do want to get to know you. I do want more, but you're right, I have been holding back my feelings. And now that we're talking about it, this is why I'm realizing why. I have a Pisces, unwavering belief, conviction, and purpose. How about a higher purpose that we've been brought together? Maybe you have been brought into this person's life to help them to believe in love again, or help them to understand that there can be one person in somebody's life that won't walk away from them or won't abandon them. So there could be a real reason why you're in their life, and they're starting to realize that I feel also that they're going to say, I wish I thought the way you did. I wish I was more positive or more forgiving or more understanding. So that could be something that they're working on. People grow in a relationship. So this person could grow just because of your actions and how you behave and how you think. And maybe they want to think more along the lines that you do, which would be nice. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for this connection? I have a 7 of Pentacles. I have a High Priestess. I have strength. I have a 9 of Swords. The 7 of Pentacles came into me as I want to try. And I want to try to get over this pain. I want to try to get over the, I don't know, I want to let my guard down is how I feel. But I know it's going to take work. So at least this person knows that about themselves. They probably know that they're being protective. They probably know that they're being guarded. They probably admit I'm not good at sharing my feelings. And if I do share my feelings, there's probably a little bit of sarcasm there or some kind of rolling their eyes, you know, energy. But I do feel like they want to try harder, but they just also don't want to create a fantasy or a fairy tale that they don't believe they're part of. Like I hate to say it, but they don't believe in fairy tales. They feel like that bubble has burst for them, or that they're more in a realistic life. They try to just look at things, you know, more cut and dry. So they're not allowing themselves to romanticize. They're not allowing themselves to dream or to hope. But maybe you're coming into their life and opening them up to, yeah, okay, I'm willing to try. And they see this beautiful quality in you where you're connected to something higher and you're connected to this source of power that allows you to dream, allows you to believe in fate and destiny and purpose and meaning, and everything happens for a reason. And then they start to realize that maybe they ended what they had to go through what they had to find you. Had they not gone through that, had they not ended that relationship, as difficult as it was, as much baggage as they're carrying, they wouldn't have found you. So, you know, there is kind of this little bit of an eye-opening energy also, that I wouldn't be where I am today with you had I not gone through those things. So this person has to, they're saying, overcome their own, I want to say, demons inside. Like they're somebody who has to continue to do shadow work and believe in themselves and believe in that good people receive good things. Okay, that there's no black cloud over them, or there's no curse on them, there's no spell on them. They just were with the wrong person and they need to find the right one this time. I have a 10 of Wands. They're putting too much pressure on. Life is hard. And I don't want to paint this picture of they're completely negative. Otherwise, you don't want to be with this person. But they're very realistic. I will say that. They're living in reality. They're living in day to day. They're living based, and they'll say, I'm not making this stuff up. I lived it. I have experience. I've experienced it. And you have too, Spirit just said. But you can start new and you can have something different. And that's what they're going to see with you, that we can start new, start a new journey, something totally different than what either one of you had in the past, and take it one step at a time. Do things differently this time. Like, what would make you happy this time? What would make you feel confident in a relationship? What would make you feel that I really want to stay in this relationship? So they've learned, obviously, and they should know what they want this time. I think the number one thing is they don't want to be taken for granted. I think that is the number one thing that hurt them. I have an 8 of Cups. I walked away because it was all about them and not about me. So this person's looking for more attention. This person could feel that I walked away because the devil, you know, maybe it was a third party interference that interfered with their connection, their past connection. So they have a fear of, if I give you my heart, you're going to hurt me. So that could be going on as well. I have a Page of Wands. I have a 5 of Wands. This is coming in as, I do want to be hopeful. I do want to be hopeful. I do want things to work out. I do want a better life for myself and a better relationship. They're learning they have to let go of this. What's the bottom of my deck? I have a Knight of Swords. They know what about themselves. They already know about themselves. They know that this is something that they have to get out of their system. They can't keep bringing it into a relationship or nobody's going to want it. So they already know this about themselves, and they may catch themselves going to talk about it and then changing their mind and changing the topic. So that would be growth. That would be, I don't want to talk about my past. I don't want to talk about that anymore. I'm really trying to move on. Okay. So people change. We go through a lot in life. We go through a lot of different experience, especially if we're not, little kids. And we take those things with us and they're a part of us. So I think you're experiencing just what this person has gone through. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have a loving, caring relationship with them. I feel like they are going to have to grow within this relationship. And you can do that. You absolutely can do that. I have a 7 of Swords. They have a trust issue. Okay. They walked away from somebody who did them wrong. I really feel that way. I really feel like they really have a hard time believing that somebody is faithful to any one person. And you have to teach them that you're not that person. You're not the person who hurt them. You're not the person who would be unfaithful. You're not the person who lied to them or has had drug problems or alcohol problems or was toxic or chaotic or high drama. You're not that person. You're this person bringing this optimism and hope and joy. And I'm excited about us. And I want to talk about things into this connection. So for now, I feel like we have got to get to know each other, because in the beginning of this reading, they said, this person's holding back. They're holding back secrets. But the secret is that I'm having such a hard time moving on from this past. So it's a little bit of, can you help me? Can you help me move forward? And it's not your job to fix them, okay? They've got to fix themselves. They've got to do the work. This is kind of, I'm not going to give up on this connection. Can you help me? Think about the future. On the bottom of my deck, I have an 8 of Pentacles and a 9 of Cups. I would say that this person is looking for more, but they also know it's going to take some work. They also know that, and they'll probably admit it. They'll probably say it's me. I've got some serious wounds. I'm having a hard time. And this could be in reverse. It could be you, it could be them. But the bottom line is we can find a place where we can be content. We can find a place where we can look forward, and with hard work, both of us understand each other, get to know each other, talk about things, and build that trust. Trust isn't just handed to us. Trust has to be earned. So I do feel like this person is, kind of like, show me, help me to see that I can trust again and that everything is going to be okay. And I do believe in them. I do believe that they really genuinely want to move on and be in a better place and be with a better person and be in a better relationship. And I feel like that's why you've been put into their life. So there's a little bit of you leading them for a little while until they catch up to you. And then I feel like we'll be okay. But you may have to pull this person along in the trust arena for a little while. They've got to learn to trust again. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to work. And I think a lot of people go through that. So let's put this out into the universe. Let's ask Spirit to guide you both. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Thank you for your comments. I appreciate them. Anyone interested in a private reading, please go to my website, KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. Also check out my other 2 channels, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame channel for some additional readings. And those links are in the description below. We'll see you all again real soon.